Okay, welcome back to Podfast. We've got a really exciting guest today, Jason Robinson. Thank you so much for joining us for this. Do you mind just briefly introducing yourself and what it is that you're known for?
Yes, so I'm Jason Robinson. I'm a former dual code international rugby player, probably most known for winning the World Cup in 2003 and captain in England.
Perfect, thank you. And what inspired you to start playing rugby?
So it was my school teacher, Mr. Aspinall, when I was about 10 years old. He inspired me to play. Nobody in my family ever played sport. Okay. No uncles, fathers, granddads. Oh, right, okay. So it was just a teacher with a passion for sport. I was only small at the time, so didn't know if it was for me, but it was great because you could hit people and it was legal. And I realised I'm actually good at this sport, and the rest is history.
Amazing. And who was your hero as you were growing up, sort of in that period?
I had a couple of heroes. My biggest hero was my mum.
Okay.
My mum, never knew my father, but my mum looked after me. She worked hard and probably taught me so much. I realise today that have helped me through life. But on the field, there was a few rugby players. Ellery Hanley was a rugby league legend at the time. He was one of the best players in the world, and to see somebody like that playing a sport that I loved, and another black man as well, it was nice just to see somebody so successful. And I thought, well, if he can do it, maybe I can. Amazing.
Thank you. What is one thing that you're most proud of in your life and career?
Oh, wow. Probably never giving up. I think that's what I'm probably most proud of, because, rugby's a tough sport.
Yeah.
There's some big men in there, 6'10", 23 stone. I'm 5'8". You know what I mean? 13 stone. There's a big difference. And sometimes, I've done really well in so many different ways, but there's been times where it's been really hard.
Yeah.
Where, you're getting battered and knocked about, and physically, you're always going to be on the wrong end of a good hiding. But for me, it was just been that tenacity just to get back up, just keep going, and it served me well all those years.
Definitely. Well, as you can tell, I mean, I don't play rugby. I haven't got it in me to go up against those guys. But what is the biggest challenge that you've overcome in your career?
The biggest challenge that I've overcome, there's been a few challenges. Just coming from a deprived area and signing to a professional team was a massive challenge. Go from being unknown to all of a sudden a few years later you're playing at Wembley. You're on TV, your face is on the paper. I mean, it's a lot harder than everybody thinks. Everybody thinks, I want to be famous, I want to be this, but the pressures that come with it are huge. And not many people can handle that, because all of a sudden now you go to work and there's 90,000 people watching you and picking parts. In a normal office job, you make a little error. Do you know what I mean? There's only Barbara and Keith that have seen you, whereas in rugby, 10 million people on TV. There's no hiding place. But to be fair, I thrived off that, and just used it in a really positive way.
No, it's a really inspirational story. And finally, what advice would you give to anyone, really? It doesn't have to be in sport, that anyone that's trying to get to an elite level in something, what advice would you have for them?
Oh, the advice that I'd give, it's my mum always taught me, just work hard.
Yeah.
Work hard, have a good attitude, and it's amazing where you can get with just those two things. Because most people now turn up probably too late.
Yeah.
Don't want to work, want to go home early. But just by doing that, by turning up, by working hard, by having a good attitude, then I think you'll surpass most people. Within that space. So, but this, if you want to go to the elite level, the commitment that it takes, the sacrifice that it takes, not many people are willing to pay.
No.
Most people will fall off because they want to go here, they want to go there, they don't want to make the sacrifices. But I'm just glad that I made those sacrifices, because when you do make the sacrifices and you get the achievements and the accolades and win a World Cup and a Six Nations and all these different things, it's certainly well worth it.
Definitely. It's interesting.
No regrets.
Yeah, that's important. It's interesting. We've asked a lot of people that question, and everyone seems to be the same sort of answer. What advice would you give? It's always, being punctual, having the right attitude. Yeah, it's interesting. Thank you so much for those answers, by the way.
Pleasure.
Really, really interesting. We've got 5 stupid questions now, just something a bit less serious. Did you have any weird game day rituals?
You know something? I didn't.
No?
Okay. I didn't have any at all. I thought, if putting a sock on, a left before a right, is going to make me be a great rugby player, then I don't need to train.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
so no, I think I get why people do it, but it wasn't for me. It's a case of listen, prepare, and go and play.
If you do the preparation, then that's enough. Yeah, you don't need to be doing something. I mean, I know Beckham was one for it, wasn't he? I think. Can you describe the worst hangover you've had in 3 words?
Not very good.
Yeah, good answer. What's the most dangerous thing you've done?
The most dangerous thing I've done. You know something? I don't like danger.
No.
I'm outside of rugby and throwing my body into people at a speed and all the collisions.
They couldn't catch you, could they?
No, I'm scared of everything. I'm scared of heights. Yeah. I'm claustrophobic. I'm scared of mice, rats, insects. Like, I am the world's worst. So I will try and stay away from anything like that. I don't go near cliff edges. So I can't say I've done anything. There's not a chance I'd ever throw myself out of a plane with a parachute.
Fair enough.
No way. Somebody would have to throw me out.
Fair enough. So you're not going in the celebrity jungle?
Not a chance. People say, "Oh, yeah, I'm scared of heights," and then they walk on that plank.
Off the
top of a bloody skyscraper. I'm like, there's not a chance you would be able to get near that plank if you were scared of heights.
Definitely, I'm bad with heights as well, so I agree. Who was the biggest joker in the England squad?
Oh, there was a few. I think Mark Regan was one of the biggest jokers. From Bristol. I'm not going to start and do his Bristol accent, but sometimes when, I don't know, sports sometimes can get really serious, and then there's always sort of one person in the group that'll just come out with one liner or just one comment, and it just breaks the ice with it and just because listen, at the end of the day, playing sport is great, playing at the level is amazing and a great opportunity, but you've got to enjoy life as well, and it's all about enjoying time with your mates, working hard, but just having some fun. And guys like Mark Regan would always bring a few chuckles.
Definitely, cool. Thank you. And finally, why Billy Whiz?
Billy Whiz, because I was really quick. So from the cartoon character out the Beano, because Billy Whiz was really fast. So I adopted that name a long time ago.
Perfect, thank you. We'll finish it there. Thank you very much for taking part in our Podfast. It's been really great having you in. A lot of people are really excited about this. So, thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure. Cheers.